What's up, you guys? We are back for another episode of Hanako-kun Season 2. Sorry if I seem a little bit tired. I kinda am. But luckily, I'm awake enough to actually get into this episode, which is titled Make Believe. Where we left off, I feel like we're about to just jump into some interesting times where I'm looking forward to it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm looking forward to it majorly, and this is gonna be a wild ride, without a doubt. No, okay, no stalling. We're gonna jump right in. We're hoping for a normal length video for me, but we'll see what happens. Now let's get started on the count of 3, 2, 1, now. And it's literally just starting like this, okay. Like, no, talking about rumors. Has she always had... That's such a tiny detail, but has Yashiro always had that little decoration? Oh, the tower, yep. Okay, there's Aoi. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, make believe. I'm just... Yeah, Hanako. Gotta keep that trend up. Oh, damn. Everyone's staring, yeah. You're drawing a lot of attention here. Oh, about space. But yeah, no, okay, so... You sure are inseparable. Yeah, yet they get along here, right? I know, referring to him by his actual name, too. There we go. That doesn't change. We're good. We're good. Oh. You think it's him? Oh, jeez. It's so weird seeing him in this setting, though. Good question. Yashiro, pay attention. You're in class. Yashiro. No, she's not okay. Yeah, okay, so Tsukasa's still, like, Tsukasa's here. Yeah, okay, hey, hey. Sorry. I love them. Right now, we don't know everything. Wait. Wait, Yashiro. Would her scales work? Like, because of the curse, the mermaid curse. It'll be finished soon. No, no, come on. It's okay for now, Yashiro. As long as you know. Damn. Would that have even worked on him to begin with, actually? Yeah, you really do look like you're bullying. Yeah. He got you there. God damn. Hamster wars in space. That is such a, like, cute way to blend the things they care about together. I know, you guys, like, stop watching. No. Right, like... Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Ko notices too. And then there was Mitsuba. Damn, right in front of everybody, Mitsuba. The confidence. The other one. Would he have been able to? I'm not. You're in front of class. Think about it. Damn. Yeah, I'm imagining Mitsuba isn't completely aware. At least it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, using bits of real knowledge in time, yeah. Oh, are you okay? Mm-hmm. Almost like he's actually here in front of, in front of you, yeah. But how exactly would that be possible? Hmm. An everyday scene. I did very quickly check for her name again to remember, and it's gone from my mind again. Okay, you know. Okay, here is where I'll maybe get the answer to my question. Okay. Yeah, you two seem to be the only ones, really aware of something being off. But then also, okay, Amane, it's okay. It even Mitsuba's like, what the fuck's happening? And you see him watching. Like, meanwhile, Mitsuba's like still interacting normally with everybody here. No, you can't let that win. Even though I would love for that to be true. And also, you really thought he would not interrupt you guys? Oh my god, look at him. Yeah, she's not turning... You're not a scale. That's usually quick. Yeah. Gotta test this now. She's like... Mm-hmm. A frog. I was not expecting that. Oh my god, Mitsuba, stop being so clumsy. Oh, well, there goes Ko. Okay, that was just a cute shot. What the... God, this is lulling me into a false sense of security, and I don't like it. Look at that, though. They all seem so happy. And that's what's wrong, and... Oh, damn. Okay, Mitsuba. And he took it, yeah. Pick your poison. It definitely wasn't. Wait. She's out and about. And she's gone. Okay. I wonder if we did catch her. Shijima. So they... Of the art room. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, what are you doing? No. 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 And they're not gonna notice it? So... in no time... was them knowing that stuff and sharing that info what she deemed is a failure? And how... yeah, how does that work? Because they're treating it like it's a normal thing to see. Everything feels off. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now you're gonna play it off? Yep, you gotta run for it. And then still got the radio. Sakura? The same moment for eternity. Yeah, you don't want to do this. That felt so short because a lot of it was just me kind of enjoying the calmness, but then also like waiting for the switch. But yeah, there's no way. Okay. What did... well, obviously, you know, once you're caught by Tsukasa, like, it's not advisable to turn him away and not, like, meet his demands or all that. But what is it specifically that Tsukasa wants to gain from this? And, seeing like all of this play out, while even though I know it's not right, and then it's all basically this big dream, effectively dream soon to be reality situation, it just makes me so sad, like this being a like could have been, in a sense. The only one seemingly very, very out of place would be Hanako. Makes sense. But the tower, right? So they mentioned that, you know, it's been under construction and that it should soon be done, or along those lines, I believe. And if that's the case, what I'm imagining is that's the time limit. And, you know, I get why they have Aoi mention Hanako's height here. Obviously, this dream here is playing by strengths, it looks like. Building upon, like I said, some real life knowledge and information based off of just... We have some, like, key little knowledge into Yashiro here. Clearly, even the simple fact of when we're in our actual timeline, our actual reality. It is true. One would say that if you really see Yashiro around school, Hanako's probably not that far behind. And I love that in these interactions, even while Yashiro's confused, and rightfully confused, but also just wondering what the hell's going on, you see these brief moments where they like she puts those thoughts behind and she's like living in the moment, which is very dangerous, but it's so nice to see what it would be like for all of them to interact. Like, this group of characters makes such a good, like, dynamic, like, friend-wise. It's just that's the thing. I was watching all of these fun moments while also just knowing that it's wrong. I shouldn't be enjoying this. I shouldn't be, like, buying into this reality right now, because it's actually very dangerous for us, you know? It's dangerous for Yashiro and Ko. In a sense, it's not for, let's say, Mitsuba. And then we don't know why a certain someone... Well, we do know. We can guess. I'm trying not to talk about stuff for future episodes for reference, guys. I may slip up and say some things, but there's the one thing I'll try to avoid saying. Just going back to when they were talking about, like, so Aoi and Akane are talking about Shijima, a girl who loved to paint but died before graduating. And seeing her... Oh, my mind's just remembering that there's so much stuff going on here, actually. Yeah. Oh, gosh. It's a jumbled mess in my head, but yeah, it's working things out. But is the things that constitute a failure is if they, like, breach too close to the truth, like anything that would kind of break the facade of the place, give more room for doubt and speculation. And I'm also wondering if it was like too much going into her herself, and so she needed to just kind of cut that down and work on them again. Like, she didn't deem them as the perfect replicas, or like the perfect beings they could be. Because Sakura, as we hear from the radio, explains it as she'll grant your wishes, like she'll, like, through the paintings, like, makes the scene, makes the place that you want, the reality that you want, but you get trapped in it. That would be, like, a safe idea to think of. Once you start believing in it and you've been in there long enough, it's like a permanent thing. Because I'm really trying to tie it in. Because even with the Misaki stairs, there did seem to be a possibility of getting out. Maybe. Maybe. It was really iffy. We know that Yako wanted to basically create a human body to emulate Misaki, and that wasn't going to happen. So, again, while I say there was still actually a chance to get out of there despite what the rumor said, the rumor was still pretty accurate. So I want to know. Because there's definitely rules here that we just aren't going to find out until we brute force a, like, interaction between us and Shijima. And it's just her, like, the casual fucking way that they dropped, basically her backstory. That, like, that... Yeah. So her parents were apparently just awful and were denying her of what she wanted to do. And so she just took herself out. So there would never be the reality of her graduating and being denied her dream, like continuing to do the things she liked. Like, enjoyed. And if that's the case, that's so fucking sad. I'm really interested in how the powers truly work, though, in this case. Like, what makes Wonder Number 4 tick? Like, what are the rules? I feel like while they are always these... obviously the strongest apparitions in the school, there's always something about them that seems to be in order. Going to the library, where it's a simple fact of, you know, here's the books of the living, the dead, and the ones you just can't read. Don't open them, don't read them. Which, you know, we later find that, like, the red page in Yashiro's was, like, dictating the future. But for this to really work would, generally speaking, she need to know the person who she's granting the wish or making the world reality for. Like, would she have to know them in person? Because based off Mitsuba knowing, and then obviously we have Yashiro and Ko knowing, I feel like in the normal sense, they shouldn't know. Like, they would be like Aoi and Akane. Like, seemingly replicas just placed on here, ready to be remolded and resketched out if something seems a little off. Who's supposed to be the main character of this whole situation? Is it, like, this could be me overthinking it, could be me just going on a little tangent and all of that. But it is something I'm thinking about. Because, yeah, that is a big question. Who does this world revolve around? I think I remembered it for myself, but it is still a big thing I have. Because this dream, this world does oddly, like, benefit a lot of our characters here. It's like genuinely basically all of them, in a sense, this world seems to benefit from, given some of their, you know, thoughts, wishes. There's going to be a core member that it is. But I love how, like, much it meshed in, like, see, like, here, we need to, again, I just want to highlight this normal interactions here. We see, like, in real time, we have, whenever Ko and Yashiro are getting along, kind of, like, leading into the festival, Hanako got a bit, let's just say, jealous. And so he ended up bringing them to the like little spirit festival instead, because hey, he can go to that one, he couldn't go to the other one. And so you see him too when they get too close, he like kind of nudges him away and it's like, no, no, she's with me. And then here you see him watching. Now my assumption is he's watching for a different reason. Like I love Hanako here. I trust him a lot, but because I do, I'm also suspicious of him, given the fact that I imagine, like, I don't think he would be one of the people that number 4 could easily just turn into a puppet of sorts. So I think it's genuinely him. As much as I adore all the other scenes, like, everything feels genuine. Him asking Yashiro if she wanted to go out to the movies together to watch, like, the space hamster stuff, all genuine feeling. I would love to see them actually get to go to this movie, because that would be cuteness overload. But just everything about how they interacted just feels like what we know, our reality. But in just the weird setting where it's not just something where they look over and be like, Yashiro, who are you talking to? What you talking to no one again? Why are you screaming? But instead they're just like, ah, man, look at those two. Yeah, they're inseparable. This is just an everyday occurrence. Like, actually being able to interact and see all of these things, be all classic school situation, being like, oh my god, she rejected you, or like, oh my god, you got a date, stuff like that. And then just Mitsuba being able to actually be there in the class again, still keeping up the knowledge of him not being in the same class for the second year, because that's when he would have he switched classes pretty soon after, and then that's when he passed. So like I said, they kept some fundamental details in, they just changed their outcomes a little bit. Maybe not quite how I'm trying to phrase it or say, but we're gonna work with it. Okay, this is literally the frame I wanted. This is the exact frame I wanted. All is going and looks so well here. And that's what hurts. We know that something's wrong with this scene, which means, we know that this can't continue. But it's such a wonderful dream for everyone to be together, hanging out, like, actually be here and alive. It's almost like all of the fucked up shit never happened. But, reality strikes you. And I'm wondering here, too, I genuinely think Mitsuba, like, came over to, in between Ko and Yashiro, not initially thinking they're talking about something they shouldn't be. I do think Mitsuba came over just because he wanted to mess with Ko. Personally, even Yashiro, Mitsuba is going to do that. Like dirty daikon. When he goes all, oh my god, are you guys like having a dirty conversation over here? But also wanting to be brought in, literally going, where's my drink? Hello? What about me? So I would definitely say Mitsuba is a case of wondering why they remember. Obviously, we're chasing the fuck after him. We need to know what he knows. He would know the most. And yeah, okay. And he would know the most because Tsukasa did say, "Here's your gift," showing the number 4. Can Ko still remember purely from his exorcist status? Because I know that that's how Ko managed to withstand a little bit against Mirai. And then can Yashiro still remember and know that things are wrong, given her connection with Hanako and also just her unique situation of her time, like how much time she has? Or this whole remember when she took Tsuchikamori's Yorishiro. He referenced to her as a priestess, but like, you know, just being able to go about and shattering all of the Yorishiros. Cause yeah, I'm just wondering. I don't all these fucking nice shots. Just Mitsuba being clumsy, Ko coming in, and bam. Splashing them. Then taking photos. But no, what I wanted to see was who had a who had a painting of them there besides Aoi and Akane. Because yeah, were they too close to reality so they redeemed off? Yeah, because she gets the box cutter, which is very scary. Yeah, there's none so far in this one frame. None of the main cast. We just see some of the side characters that, you know, we've come to know and love. But were they just off for the scene too? It's like everyone, when they get drawn in by Yashiro screaming, they're like, oh, you know, they'll be back to normal in no time. So they're just completely out of commission now for probably the duration of this pool cleaning event. And then they'll probably be back for the next day. But what is the criteria for perfect? Is it just genuinely because they were revealing too much? They didn't quite fit into the mold of normalcy where maybe apparitions aren't a thing, you know, because everyone here is alive and happy and friends with each other. Because that's the only thing I can say in the moment that would throw the scene off for them, is the fact that she probably wasn't supposed to be seen, and then immediately upon asking about it, her story was given away. Like, basically, the school wonders that in this case shouldn't exist were being brought into the dream, brought into this reality. Which is something Mitsuba wouldn't want. So maybe that's it. Because we know too that at least while she's doing this, she's seemingly doing it against her will. Or you can at least tell she's not happy about what she's doing. Because that right there, is that the thing connecting her to Tsukasa? Right on her sketchbook. Because, yeah, you just look. It zooms in on her. Like, she was already frowning, but you can see it's an even, like, tense, more upset face she's making, zooming into that with the grip. So, clearly, while she is, in a sense, our next enemy, I don't actually think that's the case. It's more of a unfortunate situation that we've now been placed in. Hamster wars in space. But just also going into fun stuff, because I'm probably going to wrap this up a little bit and then be so upset that I have to wait a week for the continuation of this. But just, like, now that Hanako's, like, so Amane's here, you know, not a ghost, not one of the school wonders. Instead of him being the one who would be doing all this random shit out of nowhere to Yashiro, being, like, you know, a little pest or something, now that he's here, like, in the flesh, just hanging around the classroom and all of that, you have Yashiro basically, like, hovering around him, trying to, like, taunt him or, like, get him to break, like, test things. It's, like, just all this non-stop attack. And she's like, it's not nuts, it's normal. Yeah, I figured if you were an apparition, I'd get a reaction. Which I'm wondering if that's the case in real time. Again, she wasn't able to affect Tsukasa, but we don't know if that's because he was still very fragile and weak at that time. But, you know, I do think she has a good way of dealing with things like that, too. So maybe it would have worked. Because we literally saw last episode, she was the one who opened up the salt, basically, to cure everybody of the Moke disease. So I do think it would work. She's right. I can't believe I doubted her even for a second. But yeah, just coming to the realization that since none of this is working, she's basically been bullying him this whole time, out for everybody to see. And then he just quickly throws in a fun little smug moment. So you like me? The smug little bastard. But, enough being said. I wanted to leave on that frame, but the camera was going crazy. Yeah. I feel like my reactions were a little strained from this. I have no idea why. Upon seeing this instance, everything just, like, clicked into place, at least about, like, the peaceful moments of this episode. But it did. So I'm truly sorry about that. There are times where I wish I didn't read the manga. But also, you know, who could blame me? We had a long buffering period between season 1 and this season, so I had a lot of time, and I was desperate. But I did thoroughly enjoy this. I'm so interested. Like, it's fun seeing this stuff, like, colored and moving. And even when it's just the still shots, again, it's just really nice to see them actually all colored in. But it's gonna be interesting seeing how they can handle this situation, given that I imagine it is going to get very dire and very close. And I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I just feel like I have to. Amane, so Hanako, going into this, I just want to say, I can understand why he'd want to go along with this a little bit. Why he wouldn't want us to put a stop to it. I don't agree with that way of trying to go about it, but I can also see how him playing along with this is one of his desperate chances and attempts to maybe overwrite Yashiro's situation. And again, I get it. But there has to be another way. I'm begging for there to be another way, because I know that things are not going to work out. This is a Tsukasa plan, who we didn't even see this episode. Oh, wait, yeah. Tsukasa wasn't even here. We heard about it. We heard that he was in the classroom right next door. So he's here. We will be seeing him. But we just didn't see him this episode. I'm very intrigued, because that means he has not interacted, at least on screen for us yet. He has not interacted with Amane. I'm so curious about what that looks like. No wonder every scene was peaceful. Like, I'm not saying the scenes would have been too different with Tsukasa in it, but we all know there's going to be some minor differences. Minor in moments. But okay, yes, before I slowly talk myself into knowing what next episode's gonna be, at this moment I still don't. I just know that we're probably going to maybe start looking into the tower. At least that seems like our best bet, because that would be the only way we can get closer to number 4. Like, I doubt we're going to get many instances of running into her while she's roaming about sketching, like, the flora and all of that. But then we're also, yeah, we're probably going to get more of that info in, like, the idea to go to the tower from Mitsuba. Because, no offense to Mitsuba, but he's not going to outrun Yashiro and Co. They will chase him down for eternity if they have to. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go with it. I would really wish to see them actually make it over to this lovely little, you know, they're calling it a date. It could be a date, and here's the thing, Yashiro. I ship it, so Yashiro, I would implore you to just take it as a date. But you could always say, hey, I would love to hang out with you. I consider you an amazing friend. And then that's how you just hang out as friends. But, you know, I would just love to see you guys get to enjoy this, what would probably be amazing movie. But in this, we still haven't seen him leave the campus. That is interesting. Technically, him and Mitsuba are, like, people, but we haven't seen him leave school. Is that something that is still the case? Because obviously we can't tell with Mitsuba either. We haven't seen him leave campus either. So far, all our scenes have still been on school grounds. So are they still trapped here? Maybe? I could be just over going into it, but I wonder if that's actually a possibility, if, like, that's actually what happened here. But again, I'm going to end this here because I have to edit this, and that's going to be fun. But, yeah. I'm looking forward to next episode. I'm also, like, just... This arc is pretty crazy, and then... I know, well, I read... No is a big leap of whether I remember it or not. But I know that it only gets crazier as time goes on, given basically we're on a time limit. So however much time, if time does pass here, does take a lot more time, where in reality we could have been attempting new things, trying to find new info. But maybe from this experience we can gain some new info to hopefully help us with our overarching bigger goal of trying to save Yashiro from a very soon demise. So, who knows? We'll have to see in the next one. Let me know what you guys think down below. I don't want to bring too much of the manga into these videos. So if you want to talk about it, and if I feel like letting myself back into the more confident no, just make sure to mark it as a spoiler, and like maybe put it a few down so people would have to click read more to see it if they want to go and read the spoiler. I don't know. I like things like that. I know I probably would read most things as long as it's not going into what's going to happen next. If it was like stuff from this episode, maybe I will. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the episode and your excitement levels for the future ones coming up, revealing more and more into the story and all of that stuff. Also, just like how cute they were. Not when I say they, I'm not even just talking about Amane and Yashiro. Even just seeing Mitsuba and Ko get to interact and be friends again, I loved that. I don't want it to end, but we have a job to do. We have a mission, and we can't get stuck in this made-up reality, basically in this painting. We can't do that, so we have to get a move on. Even though I do wish I could just sit here and watch a lot of fun times between them. So, yeah. Again, I'm actually going to end it. I hope you have a great day or night, whatever the heck you're watching this. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.